This copyrighted broadcast of the Pilipinas Super League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the PSL. It's a beautiful Thursday night here in Caloocan. Good evening. The San Juan Kings are undefeated here in the playoffs, and Orlan Wamar continues to dominate this tournament even without scoring. He is number one in assist. Jeff Manday, he sizzles us with his three-point shooting in the playoffs. He averaged in double figures in the semis for Caloocan. This is game one of the finals of the PSL. And the San Juan Kings will take on the Caloocan Supremos. And the Supremos here at home, they are undefeated versus the San Juan Kings. Hello everybody, my name is Sandy Grumo with Noy Africa. Good evening to you, Noy. Well, what is the toughest aspect when you are in the finals and it is a short series?
Well, it's most definitely the schedule. Caloocan just played in a Game 3 against Pangasinan 2 days ago. And let's see how quickly they can make the adjustments, prepare a game plan, and get healthy, especially with this very quick turnaround against the better rested San Juan Kings.
Well, the Supremos defeated the Pangasinan Abono Reefers. It was a tough series for the Supremos, and Romel Calahat, top scoring for the team. And that last ball game, he played big.
Yeah, most definitely, Romel Calahat has been a factor here for Caloocan. I mean, you usually talk about the backcourt of the Caloocan Supremos, but definitely Romel Calahat having a big game allows the bigs of Caloocan to be able to at least replicate the performance of the other teams. As you can see, they shot well from the field, 45%. And what's really important here was how much they disrupted the offense of the Reapers with 16 steals and able to get 21 fast break points. And more importantly, everyone came to play for them, their bench, scoring 36 points in that game.
You know, the Kings rested for 3 days after they defeated the Warriors. They swept the Warriors in the semis 2-0. And it was Michael Calisan who sizzles in that ball game.
Well, most definitely Michael Calisan just showing that he is the premier big man for the San Juan Kings. And he proved that in that tournament, pretty much uncontested for them in that series sweep. As you can see, they defeated the Warriors by 12 points in their previous game. Shot very well from the field, 56%, able to show their dominance in the paint, 38 rebounds, 46 points, and add to that the ability to get out in transition, scoring 14.
Going back to their game in the elimination round at the Caloocan here in inside the Caloocan Sports Complex, that was January 28. The Supremos limited the Kings to 6 fourth-quarter points. And again, Romel Calahat, top scoring for the team with 10 points.
Much as we think that Caloocan offensively really a powerhouse, it was in that game, it was their defense that allowed them to get that victory against San Juan, limiting them to just what you said, 6 fourth-quarter points. And in that game, it was really their outside shooting, which posed a big problem to the San Juan Kings. They were a plus 21 from the three-point region, and surprisingly, they out-rebounded the Kings 39-31.
You know, what an impact when you have one player like this on your team. We go to our daily fantasy marquee matchup, Chris Biton and Orlan Wamar.
Well, I think pretty much this matchup will decide the series. I feel like they will negate each other. But again, the might of the Caloocan Supremos is in the backcourt. You've got guys like Cabanag, you've got Manday on the other end for San Juan. Their might comes from the inside. It's you know, Kalisaan, you've got Maikes. So in the end, it just might boil down to the gameplay between two of the premier playmakers of the PSL.
Joining us right now is Daniel Aguardia. So Daniel, what is the atmosphere in the dugout with these two teams?
Sandy and Coach Noy. So we are now finally here at the finals, game one for the Caloocan Supremos. the atmosphere has definitely changed. Comparing it to the eliminations in the semis dugout, the Supremos are actually quiet this time around. From a loud and hyped energy playing coach Gabby Espina said, it's different because they are all focused and their heads are already in the championship mindset, ready to win. Well, for the San Juan Kings, it's all smiles in the dugout as they are all grateful for the opportunity to play at the finals. Even written on the whiteboard was #1 championship effort. Excited and motivated with high energy, they aim to take game 1. Blood, sweat, and tears were shed to get here, so let's witness the Supremos and the Kings battle it out on the court. It's the PSL President's Cup 2025, the finals.
Hawak ko ang laro.
A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The hearts of a champion will be tested tonight. Two teams will battle for glory. This is the finals of Pilipinas Super League 2025 President's Cup in cooperation with Buildup Hoops. Game 1 of the best of 3 series between San Juan Kings, Go for Gold, and your CALOOCAN Supremos. Introducing the players from both teams. First, from the visiting team, San Juan Kings, Go for Gold. Number 12, Joem Sabandal.
Number 4, Jopet Soriano. #23, Kenneth Villapando. #13, Royce Alforque. Number 1, Craniel Viloria. 16, Zach Kwong. Number 14, Keith Agovida. Number 3, Ron Tennyson. Number 15, Arvin Gamboa. Number 11, John Galinato. Number 6, AC Soberano. Number 9, Dex Marquez. 21, Raynel Hugnatan. Number 2, Michael Kalisaan. Number 5, Orlan Wamar. San Juan Kings Go for Gold is joined with our head coach, Alex Angeles, together with his assistants, RB Mangahas, Jonathan Banal, Nat Gregorio, James Ongpin, Jigs Guadamor, Jeff Taunera, Paulo Grospe, Team Manager Jun Usman, and Team Owners, Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada and Jeremy Go. Ladies and gentlemen, San Juan Kings Go for Gold. And now, make some noise for your CALOOCAN SUPREMOS! Number 8, Juggy Loaded. Number 15, Alvin Baichong. Number 12, Josh Flores. #29, Joko Tayong Tong. #19, Prince Cousin. Number 18, June Bon Subre. Number 1, Romel Kalahat. Number 11, Paul Sanga. Number 26, Rail Cervantes. Number 5, Ronnie Matias. Number 7, Jeremy Cabanag. Number 16, Irvin Palencia. Number 27, Gabby Espinas. number 72, Chris Beaton. And number 30, Jeff Mantay. Caloocan Supremos is joined with her head coach, Gabby Espinas, assistant coaches, Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, Mark Panalang, team managers, Mac Robert D. Tiandu, Jeremy Teen, and team owners, Honorable Congressman Oscar Manapitan, and Dennis Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, your Caloocan Supremos. Both teams on the center court for the sportsmanship handshake. To begin, we got the starters. Introducing the starters first from San Juan Kings. Go for it. Shooting guard number 11, John Galinato. Other guard number 5, Orlando Hamar. And forward number 16, Zach Kwong. Other forward number 2, Michael Calisaan. And playing center, number 9, Dex Marquez. Head coach is Alec Angeles. His assistants are RB Mangas, Jonathan Banal, Nat Gregorio, James Sungpin, Jigs Guadamore, Jeff Tonada, Paulo Grospe, team manager Junius Mon, and team owners, Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada and Jeremy Go. And here are the starters for your Caloocan Supremos. Starting guard number 72, Chris Beaton. Shooting guard number 30, Jeff Mantay. Small forward number 19, Prince Cousin. Power forward number 1, Romel Calahat. And man in the middle, number 18, June Bon Supre. Head coach is Gabby Espinas. Assisted by Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, Mark Manalang. Team managers, Mac Robert D. Tiandu, Jeremy Teen. Team owners, Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan and Dennis Flores. Officiating this ball game, crew chief, FEB International Referee Arnolfo Berbeo, Umpire 1, National Referee Danny Rivera, and Umpire 2, National Referee.
The San Juan Kings will start with Orlan Womar, John Galinato, Dex Marquez, Micah Calisan, and Zach Kwang. The Supremos will start with Chris Beaton, Jeff Manday, Jun Bunsubre, Romel Calahat, and Prince Cousin. That's our starting five, brought to us by Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. The officials, the crew chief is Arnolfo Bermejo. He is an international referee wearing number 14. Umpire 1 is Danilo Rivera. Umpire 2 is Eddie Villarosa. And the San Juan Kings controlling the tip. You know, this is the 5th game of head coach Alex Angeles. And Casin rejecting the shot of Micah Calisan inside. As I mentioned earlier, this is the 5th game of Alex Angeles. It's this team is winning already, and you come in as the head coach. He came in during the quarterfinals. Your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely came in with a lot of pressure to see Coach Alex Angeles, and he has embraced it. And his players have also embraced his system that he is trying to run. And interestingly, he was actually coaching Caloocan last season, very late also.
Yeah. The Prince going inside, can't get it a fall. Picked up by Zakwang Wamar. He is number 1 in assists and will not get the kind bounce. Dex Marquez in heavy traffic, going glass and will score first 2 points here in game number 1.
Definitely, this is one of the things that Caloocan will need to address. How do they stop the big men of the San Juan Kings from getting those rebounds?
Inside to Junbun Subre now, tie the small game at 2-0. Junbun Subre twisted his ankle in game number 1 versus the Abono Reapers. Did not play in game number 2, but returned in game number 3, and they defeated the Abono Reapers 71-64. Outside shot, and Manday missing from long distance. Inside pass taken away by Jeff Manday. He brings it across, met by Orlan Wamar. Romel Calahad with a difficult shot. He continues to score at difficult times.
That was definitely, he has really found a role here for Caloocan. As you can see, we know Jeff Manday can score, but when he looks and sets up his teammates, he's even going to be a bigger problem for San Juan.
Jeff Manday at the line. That's Romel Calahad at the line. He averaged 8.6 points a game here in the postseason. Here is Dex. He gets by Bunsubre. Frontal assault. And he is 1 out of 2 from the field now to start here in the first period.
But if you're San Juan, you'd like to see Dex Marquez to be very aggressive on offense and make the Caloocan bigs foul out.
Calisan with the rejection. For Calisan, earlier he was rejected. Now it's time for him to block the shot. Wamar, the hard show by both players, Calahad and Chris Galinato. Oh! And he misses on the hang time move.
Still a good decision for John Galinato to attack the paint. Just unable to finish that time.
Orlan Wamar going strong to the hole. His first 2 points of the game. He is 1 out of 2 to start.
Well, he may be the league leader in assists, but he is one of the top scorers also for San Juan in the tournament. He's averaging 10 points for the season. 1 of 4 players averaging in double digits for San Juan.
And in the semis, he averaged 8 points. Will they count it or not?
And that time, Orlan Wamar also showing that he can play defense. Getting an offensive call from Prince Casin.
Prince Casin did not start in the semis in games 1 and 2, but did start in game number 3 and was a major factor. That's an offensive foul.
An interesting ploy for Caloocan, looking to post up Orlan Wamar, make him play defense on the other end.
Orlan Wamar making it sure that the referees will see it.
Well, you can expect that from a veteran guard like Orlan Wamar. He's used to bigger players trying to post him up.
Dex is 1 out of 2 from the field. Ball stays with the Kings. Good hustle there by Junbun Subre. Also a tough defender, especially in the low post area. Marquez scores over Junbun Subre.
Just when we talk about the defense of Junbun Subre, Dex Marquez able to knock one down.
Shot clock at 13 seconds. Jeff Manday did not score a three-pointer, but he was a major factor back in game number 3 versus the Abono Reapers. He averaged in double figures, and that's a foul.
Well, the travel came after the foul.
Yep.
See there, Romel Calahat, that's when the foul happened.
Zach Wong holding on to Romel Calahat. Casin will throw it in. Chris Biton scored 10 points against the Reapers in game number 3 of the semis. 6 assists and 5 steals. Wamar. First assist for Orlan Wamar, and Michael Calisan with his first field goal of the game.
And that was on a 2-on-3, just pinpoint pass coming from Orlan Wamar.
The Supremos shooting 40% from the field. The Kings 33%.
Look at that pass. In between two defenders, all Calisan had to do was lay the ball in.
Orlan Wamar with a record here in the PSL President's Cup 2025 with 21 assists, which scored only 1 point. That was versus the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats.
We'll talk about the fast first point guard, Orlan Wamar. You know, when he's called upon to score, he can score, but really the specialty is trying to set up his teammates.
Shot clock at 8 seconds. Bonsubre. Chris is free. And it goes in.
Going in and out for Chris Buton, but a great find there by Jun Bonsubre, finding him on the cross-court pass.
Chris Biton leads the league in steals. Manday. Here is Chris from the same spot where he scored a 3-pointer earlier. Short this time from downtown. Wamar finds trouble and losing control of the leather. Here is Chris Biton. Prince incoming. And he continues to struggle from long distance since game number 3 of the semis. He is free again. And he is short again.
Still struggling.
And Michael Calisan with the 2 points. Now he has 4 points here. And the first quarter, he forgoes last year when he was with Mapua to play professional basketball.
San Sebastian, actually.
I'm sorry, yeah. San Sebastian, and he is, it's his birthday today. Feb 27, it is his birthday today. Michael Calisan.
And it's going to be a great birthday gift for himself if they can pull off this Game 1 victory.
And Romel missing inside. Ten to 6 is our score. The San Juan Kings up by 4 points. Inside to Michael. And he is fouled. It's on Prince Casin.
And they're going to expect the San Juan Kings to try and force feed their bigs inside. They do have that height and heft advantage against the Caloocan Supremos.
The San Juan Kings, they're shooting 70% from the free throw line here in the playoffs. Rainy Lugnatan comes in, and also it signals the entry of playing head coach Gabi Espinas, who earlier during, before we started this game 1, Nori Uy interviewing those 2 players, 2 immortal players.
The battle of the immortals, so to speak.
And the line is Michael Calisan. And Michael Calisan, he averaged 17 points here in the playoffs. And shooting 81% from the free throw line. Let's check in with Daniel Laguardia. Daniel.
Meron nga raw kasabihan na maliit lang ang mundo ng basketball. This time around, former Caloocan Supremos coach Alex Angeles is going against them. Gabi Espina shared na masarap kalaban si Coach Alex. Magaling talaga, and even on his last year at NCAA, he lost against Coach Alex, and he even joked around na sana makabawi this time around. But jokes aside, he said they may be friends outside, but now in the finals, it is war. Sandy Anoy?
Well, actually, these 2 coaches faced each other in the 2006 NCAA finals where the San Beda Red Lions, captained by head coach Alex Angeles, right now went up against Gabi Espinas playing for PCU. And interestingly also, Jonathan Banal, who is the assistant of Alex Angeles sa San Juan, yung daddy niya, yun yung head coach ni Alex Angeles.
Okay.
So really a lot of history going on between these two teams.
Jeff Manday scored only 3 points in the elimination round versus San Juan, but showed us his captivating performance. That is now the talk of the town. One of the best three-point shooters here in the PSL. And I'd love to see both players, Jeff Manday and AC Soberano, having a shootout here in the finals.
Yeah, most definitely. I'd pay to see them have a three-point shootout.
Having Gamboa in the game and also Daniel Veloria for the San Juan Kings joining Hugnatan. Manday with a steal. Nice acceleration. Manday with his first field goal of the game.
Well, we talk about his offensive prowess, but he is actually great at reading those passing lanes, getting those steals.
No more starters for the Caloocan Supremos, and only one now for the San Juan Kings, and that is Michael Calisan. Rebounded by Gabi Espinas. Ronnie Matias. And what a performance back in game number 3 where he scored 3 triples. He is known here in Caloocan as Batas ni Matias.
And those threes actually came at a crucial time in the fourth quarter, which allowed them to pull away from Pangasinan.
Nice fadeaway shot by Joko Tayuntong, tying this ball game at 12-all with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and that is a foul against Joko Tayuntong.
Actually, with the entry of Chris Bitoon, Joko Tayuntong has become a forgotten man for Caloocan, but last year he was the lead point guard for Caloocan.
Jeremy Cabanag in the game, replacing Jeff Manday. He padlocked Hesed Gabo and their semis versus the Pangasinan Bono Reapers. He played good defense versus Hesed Gabo, that resulting to a turnover and a basket for the Caloocan Supremos, especially in game number 3. Agovida. Brady Hugnatan will not score, and it goes out of bounds.
Going back to Jeremy Cabanag, not really known as a perimeter defender in college. He was known more of a scorer, but it's nice to see him develop, and is now one of the premier lockdown players for Caloocan.
Well, he was a backup scorer for San Beda because Robert Bolik was there. And 2 misses for Rainy Hugnatan. Daniel Veloria not able to score inside. It's very physical in there.
And you're going to expect that in a finals matchup, as of course both teams, their bigs really play very physical defense. Gabi Espinas will get a foul from the young Arvin Gamboa.
Gabi Espinas from Philippine Christian University.
Former NCAA rookie MVP.
Yes. Was he the first one?
Yeah, I believe so. And during his time at PCU, he played with Jason Castro, Bo Pelga. So really a very star-studded lineup for PCU back then.
During the elimination round, he averaged 6.7 points a game, and during the semis, he averaged almost 3. That's 2.5. That was his first trip to the free throw line.
But he doesn't have to do the heavy lifting in scoring anymore.
And now Forte with his first 2 points of the game. Going back to last season, the Caloocan Supremos lost to the Quezon Titans in the quarterfinals, and it was a tough series that went to game number 3. And game 2 was double overtime. It was me and Carmelo Navarro did that game, and it's a foul on Rainy Hugnatan.
Well, San Juan bowed out in the semis against Nueva Ecija, against a team where Chris Bitoon played for, as you see there, the Immortals having their own battle in the post.
Gabi Espinas with His second trip to the free throw line did not go to the line versus the Pangasinan and Boner Reapers in their best of 3 affair. He's shooting 44% from the field here. He's the playing head coach for the Caloocan Supremos.
And more importantly, he's only averaging 12 minutes per ball game, as opposed to last year where he was the primary option.
Too strong off the glass for Arvin Gamboa. He blows it. Into the corner we go, and a bad pass by Joko Tayongtong. Coach Alex Angeles wants to talk things over. We have a timeout here in Orange Country, Caloocan City. That timeout was brought to you by Dumper Party List. And we are tied at 14-0. Pretty close first quarter, Noy.
And so far, I feel like both teams are still in a feeling out process here in the first quarter. And even the benches have actually been able to negate each other. But as the game goes on, I feel like Caloocan might just have the advantage depth-wise. But again, the San Juan Kings, their first 5 is very formidable. So if they can get some contributions coming from their bench, should give them a good shot in the arm and try to get this Game 1 victory against Caloocan.
The San Juan Kings out-rebounding Caloocan here in the first quarter, 14-8. Both teams not shooting well from long distance. If you will take a look at the stats, last January 8th, when the Supremos defeated the Kings at the Caloocan Sports Complex, they had 11 triples in that ball game and only 4 for the Kings. And we all know that the Kings, they have AC Soberano, the best three-point shooter here in the PSL.
Yeah, and on the other hand, for Caloocan, you have Jeff Manday. But San Juan does not really rely heavily on the three-point shooting, not as much as Caloocan. And right as we talk about AC Soberano, he is about to check in for San Juan.
That is the 4th turnover for the Caloocan Supremos. AC Soberano in the game. Also from San Beda, played alongside Jeremy Cabanak.
I believe he won like 3 championships with the Red Lions in the NCAA.
And that team was coached by Boyet Fernandez, who is now the head coach of Binyan. Royce, he kicks it out. Gamboa gets by Flores. Oh, nice move by Arvin Gamboa. Ending the first quarter. So Arvin Gamboa with a field goal to finish the first quarter. And the San Juan Kings shooting 33% from the field, 6 out of 18. And we'll be right back. Second quarter is coming up. 16-14 San Juan.
Looks like everybody is having a good time. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, meron po muna tayong Don Benitos shout out of the game. I'm here with
Pangalan ko po, John Raj Amparo.
Bro John Raj. Again, this shout out of the game presented to you by Don Benitos. So baka may gusto kong shout out, favorite team mo, favorite player, or yung mga tropa mo sa likod.
Shoutout ko pala yung Supremo and yung Dream Team. Tsaka kay Coach Jay. Yun lang.
And again, dahil dyan, dahil nag-shoutout ka, meron kang Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasama. Again, this is the shout out of the game by Don Benitos. Magbabalik po ang Pilipinas Super League.
hawak ko ang laro.
A look at the crowd inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. Play Daily Fantasy. Visit dailyfantasy.com. 16-14 to start the second period. Sandy Gruma with Noy Africa. And Daniel Aguardia, courtside reporter. Agovida comes down with it. Caloocan shooting 5 out of 13 from the field. That's 38% shooting. The Kings 36%, 7 of 19 from the field. Soriano throws it up. He gets it back. He fakes, facing the basket. And he was able to score over Gabi Espinas.
And that's definitely going to be bonus points for San Juan. Jopet Soriano averaging less than 4 points per ball game. Does not really get to play a lot of minutes, only averaging 7 so far. If he can provide some points inside for San Juan, should help them.
Gabi getting closer to the rim and scores.
Unfortunately, Jopet Soriano too late on the rotation, allowing Gabi Espinas a walk in the park.
Gabi Espinas now with 4 points, taken away by Flores, going downhill. And Flores with his first field goal of the game. And we are tied at 18-all.
Joshua Flores had a good game, a good series against Pangasinan. And definitely, they need him to be as productive in the series.
There's the floater by Royce Alforque, and Soriano unable to control it. It goes out of bounds. You know, this two teams. Before we go to that, let's take a look at this pass from Ronnie Matias, and no problem for Gabi Espinas to score inside. Joshua Flores going downhill after that steal.
No one there to even challenge Josh Flores.
Now the bench of the Supremos scored 55 points in game number 3.
Gabi Espinas taking Jopet Soriano to school in the post. Nothing Soriano could do that time.
The bench of the Caloocan Supremos averaged 44.3 points a game. But how about San Juan Kings? 47.8. And Wamar missing on the 3 attempt. Tayong Tong dancing for freedom and will not score. Rebounded by Orland Wamar, and he was pushed by Joko Tayong Tong.
Tong trying to be creative in that incursion in the paint. We see some substitutions here for both teams. So you can see the coaches continually trying to move pieces like grandmasters on a chessboard.
We'll turn you over now to Daniel Aguardia. Daniel.
Coming into this game, the Kings were already expecting a physical game. But Coach Alex Angeles reminded the team, once you feel some pressure and physicality, hindi natin sila babawian. Their payback will be with their shooting. He also added that this will be a test of their focus and mental toughness. Hindi raw sila madidistract sa ganun tactics. Let's see how they will handle this intense match. Sandy Noy.
Rio Cervantes in the game for the first time. He comes up empty. Wamar shopping around. Dennison will not take the 3. A 2-point lead for the Supremos. First time that they are on top. Soberano from downtown.
And that's definitely a test on the mental toughness for AC Soberano, having to shoot that over the outstretched arms of a 6'3" Paul Sanga.
He is number 1 in 3-point field goal percentage here in the league, and at one time scored 39 points. Ronnie Matias looking for a friend. Here is Paul Sanga asking for it. Cervantes will take it. Rebounded by Ron Dennison. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. And the first half. Wamar inside to Agovida. He gets it back. Soberano for 3. And the long rebound by Agovida. Mike is pulling the trigger. Bullseye!
Those shots are starting to fall from the outside for San Juan. That's gonna force Caloocan to stretch out their defense.
The Caloocan Supremos shooting 37% from long distance against the Pangasinan Bono Reapers in the semifinal series. That's Dex Maiquez's first three here in game number 1.
Hi PSL fans, this is Orlan Omar Jr. of San Juan Kings. Sali na sa Daily Fantasy ang fantasy sports ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball players at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now at playdailyfantasy.com.
Orlan Wamar, number 1 in assists here in the tournament. A 4-point lead for the San Juan Kings. 24-20. Dex Maiquez scored a 3-pointer earlier. Bold Sanga guarded by AC Soberano. Shot clock 10 seconds. Foul is called against Dex Maiquez. That is his first personal. And it's the first team foul for the San Juan Kings.
Well, Dexter Maiquez is a very physical player, and I think he's seeing a mirror image of himself with Jun Bonsubre, who will not back down from any kind of physicality.
Bold Sanga played only 2 games in the semis. Wamar going all the way, and he is fouled by Irvin Palencia.
You can see the smarts of Orlan Wamar. Irvin Palencia was able to keep in step with him, but he was able to use his body, able to create that contact. Look at that steal, just taking candy from a baby.
Orlan Wamar from Barangay Cansohong in Talisay City, Cebu. He was born and raised there. Played high school basketball at the University of the Visayas and then transferred to Centro Escolar University. 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Whenever you talk about basketball players coming from the South, it feels like I'm listening to an audio almanac.
A 5-point lead for the San Juan Kings. Palencia looking for a friend. Here is Jeremy Cabanag. Bonsubre goes inside, comes up empty, and he is fouled downstairs, and it's on Orlan Wamar. Missing the gimme shot was Jun Bonsubre.
Well, that time, Jeremy Cabanag, not really known as a pass-first kind of player, but he was able to find Jun Bonsubre, and I'm pretty sure he will keep reminding Jun Bonsubre to be able to finish those gimmies.
Bonsubre scored 10 points in the elimination round versus the San Juan Kings. He was 4 of 5 from the field and was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And in the semis, Bonsubre just averaged 2.5 points a game and shooting 75% from the free throw line.
Well, Jun Bonsubre, one time in college, playing for the San Beda Red Lions. They only had 6 players playing, but they were able to beat Arellano.
Calisan inside, it goes out of bounds. A tough pass there by Dex Maiquez, and Micah Calisan unable to handle it.
Well, that's actually 2 generations of San Sebastian Stag bigs. Tinanong ko kanina si Calisaan kung nag-abot ba sila ni Dex Maiquez. Hindi daw.
Cabanag. Cervantes inside, met by Marquez in heavy traffic and rejected from behind. Wamar is fouled hard by Jeremy Cabanag.
Orlan Wamar just nutmeg Jun Bonsubre, but he got hit really hard on that play.
And he is grimacing in pain. That was tough. That was a hard foul given up by Jeremy Cabanag.
You can have to see the replay on that if there was unnecessary roughness on that play.
First review of the game.
Oh, I see you're taking out, you're making your own counter for reviews.
So let's take a look at what happened earlier. Look at this play. The block by Calisan in between the legs.
Well, it seems like a shoulder check that time by Jeremy Cabanag. Maybe deemed as not a basketball play, but he was trying to impede the progress of Orlan Wamar. But Wamar definitely took the brunt of that hit.
Jeremy Cabanag on your screen, one of the best perimeter defenders here in the league. A lockdown defender. He did it against Hesed Gabo.
Foul ball on number 7, Jeremy Cabanag has been upgraded into a sportsmanlike foul.
So the call is upgraded to a sportsmanlike foul.
It didn't really seem like a play on the basketball, although he was trying to stop Orlan Wamar, but you still have to give the impression that you're going after the basketball.
2 free throws plus ball possession, but the problem, can Orlan Wamar take it? It will go to their locker room. And Daniel LaGuardia is there already. Very active is our courtside reporter.
Very important here for San Juan. Who takes over? Who runs the offense for them?
Yes.
Alforque did a credible job in that first quarter, but will he be able to do that in extended minutes?
Cabanag on your screen. Committing the unsportsmanlike foul earlier. Senator Jinggoy Estrada is also here. He's supporting his team. So we are waiting for the replacement of Orlan Wamar. There, yes, it's going to be John Galinato.
Well, in all fairness to Jeremy Cabanag, not really known as a dirty player. But still, that was an unsportsmanlike foul, mainly because he wasn't going after the basketball. In short, it was not a basketball play, maybe a American football play.
Alex Angel is on your screen. So John Galinato is the replacement. They will take 2 free throws.
Now, if you're Caloocan, you actually have that option to try and pressure the basketball. Because I'm not really sure Galinato or Denison will be able to handle full court pressure for extended minutes.
John Galinato scoring. Average only 1 point in the semis versus the Warriors. His numbers dropped in the semis. Ron Dennison. Marquez very short. Good backside there by Jun Bonsubre. Now the Kings are shooting 10 out of 30 from the field.
Dex Marquez has made a living from that free throw line jumper, but Caloocan that time able to check that attempt from him.
And so far, the San Juan Kings plus 10 in rebounding here in the first half.
Remember, they were out-rebounded by 8 in the eliminations when they faced each other.
And Paul Sanga missing on the 3 attempt. Sanga with a steal. Galinato going all the way.
Well, that's
for the bucket.
definitely going to help the cause of San Juan. If John Galinato can get his game going, he has been averaging 8 points in the tournament.
Outside we go to Rio Cervantes. Michael Calisan guarding him. Galinato is guarding Ervin Palencia. Bonsubre will fire. Picked up by John Galinato. Intercepted by Palencia. Jeff incoming. Bang!
Finally, the first three-point make for Caloocan in this game after missing their first 5 threes.
Well, he's been the talk of the town because of his captivating performance here in the PSL President's Cup. His first 3 here in the game. AC is also in the game for the Kings, and they're guarding against each other. Jeff Manday and AC Soberano, the 2 best shooters here in the PSL.
See once again, turnover for San Juan. Jeff Manday makes them pay.
I like the recognition of Ervin Palencia.
You could have rushed in and tried to go for the layup, but you'd want to get Jeff Manday into a rhythm at this stage of the ballgame.
4-point lead for the San Juan Kings. Jeff Manday committing the foul, and is his first. That puts them in the penalty, so he is sending John Galinato to the free throw line. Look at Michael Calisan talking to John Galinato. It's the second time already here that he talked to John Galinato. He missed his first free throw earlier.
That's why it's very important for the young gun to be able to play with these veterans who will put them in the right frame of mind, especially in a big game like this.
And the same as he averaged only 1 point. And here in the tournament, all in all, he averaged 8.7 points a game. 18 minutes and 25 seconds. 1 point lead for the San Juan Kings. Daniel, what's the latest with Orlan Wamar?
Upon checking on Orlando, Team PT said that it's a possible shoulder sprain due to the impact. And as you can see, he got the gash on his right knee that broke through his right tights. And as he said, yeah, fight with those Orlando is ready to come back to the game and fight with all he's got. Sammy and Roy?
Well, this guy is made of genuine material.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And look at him. He's back on the floor already. And like what you asked me earlier in the pregame, what's the tough part of having to play in the finals in a very short tournament?
Short series.
He's not going to have enough time to recover. He's going to have to play hurt for the rest of this series.
You know, rest day will be tomorrow, but game number 2 will be at the Phil Oil Eco Center in San Juan. And the Kings will host us. 3. And Flores missing on the 3 attempt. Wamar taking care of it. He gives it to Zach Wong. Michael will score.
That's at least twice that we've seen Calisan score in transition here in the first half. If you're Caloocan, cannot allow Michael Calisan to just be leaking out uncontested.
The Kings average 23 assists per game. Zach Wong banging buddies inside. He throws it up, doesn't go. Jeff Palencia back out to Paul Sanga incoming. And a pushing foul called on Royce Alforque. Sanga is 0 of 2 from long distance here in the first half.
Joshua Flores looking for a teammate to help him up. Eventually Paul Sanga tried to help him up.
31-24, a minute 46 remaining in the first half. The San Juan Kings Here in the first half, shooting 12 out of 33 from the field. Michael Calisan scoring in transition there. Fast break points for the San Juan Kings, 10 here in the first half. And they average 16 here in the President's Cup.
See the fast break points so far, San Juan 10, Caloocan 7. And you understand why San Juan is trying to push the pace. They know that Caloocan just played 2 days ago and you want to test those legs if it can hold up.
Well, the San Juan Kings rested for 3 days. Caloocan rested only for a day, and that was yesterday. And it was a hard-earned win versus the Pangasinan Bono Reapers.
And if I'm not mistaken, Jogi Laude did say that nag-hard practice pa rin nga daw sila actually kahapon.
Flores with a soft touch. Will not score from the outside. Lamar, Calisan, Ognatan, Wang. And Alforque for the Kings. Manday. Romel Calahad back in the game. John Bonsubre, Flores, and Palencia. For the Supremos, Manday incoming. And he will miss. He gets it back. Bonsubre is inside. He throws it up and very short. Calisan coming down with it.
Not really very smart for Jude Bonsubre to try and attack the defense.
Oh! Lamar from the parking lot.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's okay now. If there was any doubt, if he's playing 100%, I think he puts that to rest.
He's so good and he's so cool. Valencia rises up for two. Another rebound from Michael Calisan. That's why he is in the top 5 in our rebounding here in the PSL. Calisan will not hesitate. And Bonsubre step out of bounds.
Great hustle from Bonsubre that time. See Coach Alex Angeles telling Alforque, find the right angle for that pass.
And we have a timeout brought to us by Dumper Party List. We'll be right back. The Kings and the Supremos. The San Juan Kings with their biggest lead here in the first half at 10 points, 34-24. Michael Calisan top scoring for the Kings with 8 points. Dex Mike Kess with 7. Orlando Lamar with 6, including that big and booming three-pointer from him.
I thought that 3 came from SM Caloocan. Anong kalayo. But nevertheless, if you're San Juan, you're gonna have to be very wary because of their experiences in this very venue. They have yet to defeat Caloocan in 2 seasons in their home floor.
Orland short. Michael will score. Now he is in double figures.
Add to that 6 rebounds for Michael Calisan.
7 seconds remaining in the first half. Manday, outside we go. Flawless for Craig. Got it!
That time it's Jeff Manday forcing the defense to close out on him, kicking it out to Flores, who knocks it down from 3.
Big shot from Joshua Flores. 36-27. Let's go to our move of the game. Nice shot. John Galinato going downhill, scoring in transition for the San Juan Kings. That's our move of the game. The Kings 36, the Supremos 27. We'll be right back with the third period.
the first of 3 activities that we'll be having in our halftime break. So better stay tuned. But for now, meron po tayong palaro muna. Again, this brought to you by the one and only Daily Fantasy. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. Alright, while we're getting set up, better stay tuned. Later, we'll be having a Super Layup Challenge brought to you by the Pilipinas Super League and Carlos PH Sportswear. And then later, we'll be having a free throw shootout brought to you by Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, and Senator Jingoy Estrada's donations. 2 kilo po ng bigas. Stay tuned for that later. But for now, we'll be having this short game first. All right, Caloocan Sports Complex, a little bit of noise. Let's cheer for our players in 3, 2, and 1. Let's begin our short game. Let's get it, Caloocan boys. Again, the mechanics are as simple as it gets. Paramihan lang po ng shoot. And again, the player that will win, the players that will win will get a loot bag brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. Let's get it, guys. Again, paramihan to. Hindi patagalan. Come on. Come on, let's get it. So far, so good. Para dun sa naka-blue at naka-black. Pero itong side na to, parehas naka-white, parang hindi ata nakaka-shoot. Let's get it, guys. Come on, tuloy-tuloy lang. All right, and we have a winner. Looks like the guy in the blue and the guy with the LeBron James shorts gets the W. Thank you very much. Again, that is the short game brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. And with that, our first activity is done. Thank you very much to the players who participated. Thank you very much to you guys. Now we'll be having one more activity.
Hawak ko ang laro.
It's gonna be free throw challenge first. This time it's gonna be brought to you by Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Let's get it, guys. Mukhang mga bata lang ang pwedeng sumali. So not really free throw challenge, but more of inside the key challenge. Let's get it, young guns off the glass. Let's get it, first winner of our Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Come on, let's get it, children of Caloocan. Everybody, a little round of applause for our young guns. Come on, guys. A little bit of cheer there. Perhaps, maybe, future Caloocan Supremos. You never know. Let's get it. Let's get it, children. Again, looks to be the children of Caloocan. Brought to you by Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Let's get it. Let's get it, young guns. So far, only one has won. And we have a lot actually here. 3, if I'm not mistaken, 3 more will get some cassava cakes. Let's get it, guys. More energy. That was a good form. That was a good form. Yun nga lang, hindi pumasok. Okay lang yan, idol. Lapir tayo dyan. Let's get it. Come on, guys. Marami kayo dyan. Most probably you only get one chance. So you better make the most out of it. Let's get it, guys. Yun lang. Maganda rin yung form noon. Hindi lang pumasok. Unting practice pa siguro pag-uwi. Come on, guys. So far, isa pa lang po ang nakaka-shoot. Pero okay lang yan. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Let's get it, guys. Who knows, again, these may be our future Caloocan Supremos. Di nyo alam. Anything could happen. Nice form. Shot is good. So far, that's going to be 3 winners. 2 in a row. Come on, guys. Let's get those shots up. So we still have 3 more. So that's a lot, actually. Only one more. I'm sorry. Only one winner left. So make 2 winners left. One or 2. Nako, may medyo nagkakalito ng mga kausap ko. All right. Let's get it. That's gonna be our Don Benitos free throw challenge. Mukhang isa pa. Meron pa daw isa. Ayan, medyo nagkakalabuan kami ng mga kasama ko dito. Nevertheless, one more shot. Ayun! And that's it. That ends our Don Benitos free throw shootout. Again, a round of applause for our participants right here. Thank you very much for participating in our Don Benitos ang pambansang kasava free throw contest. But right now, again, just like what I promised everybody, it's still not over. We still have some activities right here, but this time, it's gonna be brought to you by Kalos PH Sportswear. Let's get it, guys. A chance to win some jersey shorts, some long sleeves, multi-purpose long sleeves, pwedeng pang workout, pang motor, pang basketball, kayo na bahala. And let's get it, our jerseys being put on the floor para makita nyo yung designs. Kita nyo naman, napakaganda ng ating mga jerseys right there. Long sleeve, shorts, mga sando, mga dry fit shirt. And ito, medyo older age group ang mga makikita natin. It's gonna be a super layup challenge this time. So yan pa yung sinasabi ko kanina, a super layup challenge in 3 and in 2 and in 1. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's get it. Super layup challenge. Let's see if he can do it. Nako, sumobra sa computer shop. Yun, pinasok pa rin. Dahil dyan appear tayo, idol. Nice one. Let's get it. So far, first winner, first shot. Impressive feat right there, young guy. Meron na lang pong 4 na natitirang apparel right here. So you better check this out. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Tignan natin kung mapapasok niya rin. Nako, traveling ata yan. Iyon lang. Hindi pumasok. Opted for the jump shot. And with that, 4 pa rin po natitira. Alright, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's get it. Nako, puro nakablock tong mga to pala. Ops. 3 pa yung sasalo. Yun lang. Yun naman, tinry backboard kasi hindi pa rin gumagana. Alright, come on to the next participant. 1, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, come on. Yun, may dribble. Yun, compost. Yun. Alright, so far, 2 pa lang po ang nananalo, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, actually, isa pa lang ang panalo. So, 4 po. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on. Let's get it. Nako, pati yung paa nahilo. Nako, kulang sa ikot. Nagyabang pa. Alright, and with that, a chance to get some Kalos PH merch. Kalos PH Sportswear. So let's get it. Mukhang mag-iiba ang rules natin mid-game. So is this gonna be free throws? Is this gonna be layup challenge? Medyo kakaiba ang ating games ngayon. Mayroong surprise factor to it. So let's wait sa desisyon natin mga kasama dito. Ano nga ba ang magiging laro natin ngayong gabi? Alright, and with that, naku, patay yung mga hindi nakapasok nakakuha. Nevertheless, thank you very much to Kalos PH Sportswear for your generosity. And let's get it, guys. Let's make some noise, CALOOCAN Sports Complex. If you want some Kalos PH merch, you better get some. You better make some noise. Come on, guys. Mga taga-CALOOCAN, alam kong kaya nyo pang magingay. Alright, more energy. More energy, ladies and gentlemen. Magbabato pa kami, actually. Yes, that's gonna be all. Meron pa dyan, mag-abang lang kayo. But for now, it's gonna be free throw contest. Sayang naman yung pila over there. Sayang yung pinunta ng ating mga participants dito sa CALOOCAN Sports Complex if we're not gonna conduct one more game. Alright, guys, free throw shooting contest now for real. Looks like we're gonna be sure of that game right now. Again, still brought to you by Kalos PH Sportswear. Let's get it, guys. First shot yun, mukhang may warm-up. Gusto pang pumangalawa. Come on, guys. Nako, mukhang praktisado ang ating mga kabataan dito sa CALOOCAN Sports Complex. Nevertheless, come on, tuloy-tuloy lang. Put those shots up. Minsan lang to. A chance to win some merch. Some high-quality merch from Kalos PH Sportswear. Come on guys, let's put one up. Sayang din yan. Manonood na lang kayo at chance pa para makapag-uwi ng merch from Kalos PH Sportswear. Let's get it. So far, isa pa lang po ang nakakapasok. Come on guys, tuloy-tuloy lang. Nako, parang hindi na bata yun. Masyado ka ng matanda, kuya. Let's get it. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Napakadami pong gustong sumali. So you better make the most out of your shots. Come on guys, again, it is brought to you by the one and only Kalos PH Sportswear, one of the more generous sponsors of our Pilipinas Super League. Come on guys, naku, puro short na. Mukhang na-relax kayo during the first half. Huwag kang mag-alala, meron pa tayong oras off the window, that's good. And you better go there, young gun. Tabihan mo yung isa pang nakashoot. So far, dalawa na po ang nakakapasok ng kanilang free throw. And dahil hirap kayo, papalapitin na namin kayo. Ganun po kayo kamahal ng PSL. Pero nagmimintis pa rin, sadly. Alright, that's gonna be the third made shot. Come on guys, put those shots up. Nako, nakapang basketball shoots pa si Kuya. Sayang lang hindi pumasok, sayang ang Japorms. Pero yun naman, pumasok na. Nako, saan ka pupunta? Saan siya pupunta? Mukhang ayaw ng premyo. Doon po ang mga pumasok na tira. Doon po yung mga pumasok lang. Come on guys. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, actually, puro gentlemen lang. I'm sorry. Again, brought to you by Kalos PH Sportswear. Let's get it, guys. More shots coming up. Come on. More of them. Come on. Mukhang kulang kayo sa warm-up. Naubusan na tayo ng oras. Gusto na mag-warm up ni Orlan Wamar. Come on, everybody. Naku, nilay-up na. Pwede ba yun? Pwede bang ilay-up na? Hindi ako aware sa rules. Nevertheless, tuloy-tuloy yan. Tuloy-tuloy lang natin. Ewan ko na lang kung hindi nyo pa rin mapasok. Yun, nag-free throw. Pwede na mag-layup, nag-free throw pa rin. Come on, guys. Layup na lang yan. At medyo matanda na kayo. Alright, and with that, that's gonna end our layup slash free throw challenge. Medyo naging magulo yung laro natin that time. Pero, thank you pa rin, by the way, to Senator Jinggoy Estrada for giving our participants each 2 kilo ng bigas. Thank you very much for your generous offer. And with that, that's going to be the end of our halftime segment. Again, better stay tuned to the second half. For sure, it's going to be something else. Once again, this is the one and only Game 1 of the finals of the Pilipinas Super League.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Back here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex, the San Juan Kings ahead 36, the Caloocan Supremos 27 with Noy Africa. My name is Sandy Grumo. Your thoughts on the first half, Noy?
Well, so far, San Juan has been able to test the endurance of this Caloocan squad. We just came from a Game 3 against Pangasinan 2 days ago. So far, let's see what adjustments Caloocan can come up with here in the second half. But so far, in that first half, they seem to look tired to me.
Yes, I was about to ask you that. Are they tired? And yes, parang pagod nga sila eh. So we go to our highlights back in the first half. It started with Dex Marquez back in the first quarter.
And so far in that first half, it has been really the bigs of San Juan who has really taken command of this ball game. Already a combined 17 points between Calisaan and Marquez. And if Caloocan cannot find an answer to that, this could be a long game one for them. And I'd like to see Chris Bitoon back on the floor. I don't think he returned after playing the first, I believe, 6 minutes of the game. And Chris Bitoon is really just a game changer when he is on the floor. Just like Orlan Wamar has been, already 6 points in the game. And for a guard, he's actually leading his team in rebounds also, now with 6.
Our halftime stats is brought to us by CJSR.
And so far for San Juan, it has been their ability to control the boards. Their ability to control the boards has allowed them to be able to control possession. And so far, they've also dominated the paint, 20 points against just 12 points in the paint for Caloocan.
And now we go to our marquee matchup brought to us by Daily Fantasy. Yes, we featured Chris Bitoon and Orlan Wamar.
Yeah, but so far, Chris Bitoon has only played 6 minutes. And so far, 2 points and 1 steal on 1 out of 3 shooting from the field. Orlan Wamar has already logged very heavy minutes, already 13 minutes, despite getting hurt late in the second quarter. But you can see already with 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Well, both teams, both players started here in the game, Orlan Wamar and Chris Bitoon. But as you mentioned earlier, Orlan Wamar played heavily already back in the first half. Well, that left shoulder is, I think, okay for Orlan Wamar.
Well, until after the game, probably will feel that by tomorrow morning when he gets up. And most definitely both teams will be back to practice for Game 2 on Saturday.
The bench of Caloocan scored 13 points. The San Juan Kings, their bench, scored 9 points. Ognatan saving it for the Kings. Wamar! Bang!
I don't think there's any question if he's okay right now. Orlan Wamar, 9 points in the game with 2 threes.
Orlan Wamar scoring from the three-point territory, 39-27. Back to its largest lead, Cabanag flying without the basketball. Ball stays with the Supremos.
Great job that time. As you see that 3 coming from Orlan Wamar, easily really wide open. Too late on the closeout coming from Baityong.
Kings with 4 triples already here in the game.
And, you expect Caloocan to be the one bombing away from the three-point area, especially with weapons like Jeff Manday, Chris Bitoon, Jeramer Cabanag. But so far in that first half, they're only shooting 2 out of 10, 20% from three-point range.
Second review of the night.
I believe in Game 3, you had like 7 or 8?
8. Most days with the Caloocan Supremos. The home team down here by 12. Oh, bad play there for the Supremos. Michael, nice pass. Left-handed shot there by Royce Alforque.
Right now, all Michael Calisaan is doing is sprinting back and getting position deep in the paint. That time gets the double team, able to pass it off to Alforque.
Royce Alforque with 4 points and 2 assists. And Chris scores from downtown.
One thing going for Chris Biton, he was very well rested in that first half, only played 6 minutes.
Taken away by the Supremos, Biton. Oh! Nice hang time move by Chris Biton.
Making sure that Orlan Omar won't be able to challenge that one. Chris Biton now with 5 points in the first 2 minutes of the third.
Chris Biton averaged 10 points in the semis versus the Abona Reapers. And shooting 23% from long distance. And it's all white shirts for the rebound and a chance for them to get closer here. Chris is guarded by Orlan Wilmar. This is our daily fantasy marquee matchup. Shot clock at 10. Cabanag puts the move. He kicks it out. Calahad is yet to score from the three land. Manday for three. And it runs out like a toilet that didn't flush. Rebounded by Gamboa. Inside to Michael, and will score. What a pass from Orlan Wilmar.
Calisan has been a recipient of a lot of those passes from Wilmar, already with 12 points in the game. Michael Calisan showing that bigs can also finish in the break.
I never see that coming. 43-32. Outside we go to Cabanag. Gamboa defending. Is going around. Baichong keeping it alive. It's a 24-second shot clock violation. Well, Alex Angeles signaling to Michael Calisan, put the ball to the hole. Baka. Talagang 24 seconds.
Already 2-3 possessions that Arvin Gamboa has put on the shackles on Jeremiah Cabanag. Cabanag needs to settle down.
You know, the San Juan Kings is yet to win a game here in Caloocan. They lost twice here already. Royce. That was during the elimination round. Michael. Good defense by Baichong. And Calisan fouled Baichong.
I'm not sure Michael Calisan cannot afford to concentrate on complaining on those non-calls. That was excellent defense by Baichong, just standing his ground, raising his two arms, maintaining verticality on that play.
A 7-5 scoring for the San Juan Kings here in the third. Baichong outside to Jeff for three, way off. And what's the call? And a pushing foul called against Romel Calahad.
Everybody probably wondering why Calahad had that offensive rebound with nobody around him. That's because he pushed off on his defender.
Calahad, 2 points and 2 rebounds here. Gamboa. Cabanag on him. Rainiel. Air ball. Picked up by Orlan Wilmar. He shoots. Rebounded by Calahad, but he lost it. Picked up by Chris Biton. Inside to Alvin Baichong. Back out to Jeremiah Cabanag, and it goes out of bounds.
Not exactly the best decision right there for Cabanag. Baichong did not have any kind of advantage in the post as he had 2 defenders on him. Probably should have just kept the basketball.
That is the 9th turnover for the Caloocan Supremos. Ronnie Matias back in the game for Caloocan. Now we go to Daniel Aguard. To Daniel.
a wake-up call. Yun ang first half para sa Supremos, and in the dugout, they kept telling each other to wake up. It's the finals. Talk to each other, call plays dahil may sistema tayo, and protect the home court. This isn't a game of 1 but of 5 people. Sabi nga ni Coach Gabby Espinas, they have no rest, pero hindi to ang oras para mapagod dahil ito na ang chance nila, the chance they've been wanting since last season. Sandy Anoy.
Big three again from Orlan Womar, his third from downtown.
Well, that should be a wake-up call already for the Caloocan Supremos. Orlan Womar now with 3 threes in the game. Somebody has to check him.
46-32. The Supremos, they're down. We go to that three from Orlan Womar. Alforque finding Orlan from the baseline for three.
Very important that Alforque will give some playmaking duties for San Juan. Allow Orlan Womar to play off the basketball.
You know, this is the first time that the Caloocan Supremos are down by 14 points. Strip by the Kings. Alforque. He gives it to Gamboa for three. Battle for the rebound, won by the Kings. Here is Sugata, and he is yet to score here in the game. Shot clock at three, Gamboa. Good backside there by Ronnie Matias.
Offense went nowhere that time for the San Juan Kings. Gamboa forced to a three.
How about Jeremy Cabana, scoreless here in the game. Gabi Espinas bulldozing his way inside, but he kicks it out to Matias. Picked up by Manday, and that's a foul on Royce Alforque.
And that's been heavily guarded in this game. Look at him scrapping for points at this stage.
That was a dangerous foul committed, but it was an accident. Jeff Manday struggling here in the game.
Alforque did lose his footing after losing the basketball. Jeff Manday now with 9 in the game, but has not really exploded from the three-point areas.
Yes.
More specifically.
Manday is 1 out of 4 from long distance. 2 points, and he is at the foul line right now. His second trip to the line. And Manday is shooting perfectly. 2 out of 2 here in the game.
He has been doing everything else already with 5 rebounds also for Caloocan.
Jeff Manday shooting 85% from the free throw line. Womar, Viton chasing him. An open look for Orlan Womar, and Jeff Manday out rebounding Dex Mike Kess that time.
Well, actually, he is one of the leading rebounders right now with 6 for Caloocan.
46-35. It's an 11-point lead. Ball deflected. But it will stay with the Supremos. Foul on number 16, that's Zach Wong. Number 2 on Zach Wong.
That time, Zach Wang got caught pushing batas ni Matias.
Matias also scoreless from the field. Chris missing on the 3 attempt. The Supremos shooting 3 out of 17 from long distance. I can say they're struggling from the 3-point territory here in game number 1.
And that has really helped San Juan play defense, not having to worry about having to extend their defense. Zach Wang able to power his way inside against Josh Flores that time.
Caloocan 68% from the 3-point territory here this season, while San Juan Kings 38%. Chris with a drive, blocked by Michael. That is the third block for Michael Calisan.
But so far already 10 steals for Caloocan, only 5 for San Juan. See once again, great recovery, Calisan able to get that block.
2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. And a third period. We are glad that you can join us. Mayong gabi sa itong mga ka-PSL fans. And a steal by Wamar.
That time Orlan Wamar trying to go behind the back. Unfortunately, hit his left foot on the way out.
Caloocan basketball.
See who got to touch that ball last. Oh yeah, most definitely went off. Joen Sabandal was gotten some minutes here. Young player getting to experience game 1.
Oh, taken away by Dex Marquez. Wamar. Sabandal met by Flores. Dex Marquez will score another fast break points for the Supremos.
And if you're Caloocan, you hate that it's actually the Pigs of San Juan scoring all those fast break points. Calisan and this time Marquez finishing on the break.
I'm sorry, I said Supremos. It's the Kings. Flores for 3, yes.
Much needed shot in the arm for Caloocan. They need to get hot from the outside. For San Juan to have to extend their defense and hopefully get this so far very quiet crowd into this ball game.
Inside to Michael. What a reverse by Michael Calisan and Orlan Wamar with the assist. Now Orlan Wamar with 6th assist already.
The problem there, Calisan just pretty much doing anything on the floor. No, not much resistance from the side of Caloocan.
Chris Matias. He gives it to Gabi Espinas inside. Joshua Flores was at the corner waiting for that ball that did not come. Let's take a look at this beautiful pass inside to Michael with a little reverse layup.
Going back to your point about Joshua Flores being open in the corner, he just hit a 3-pointer a play earlier. Why not go back and try to see if he can maintain the heat from the outside?
Manday with a catch and shoot. Matias will be called for the pushing foul.
That's already a couple of opportunities that Caloocan has been called for pushing on the rebound situation. You're going to have to get into your position first and not try to cheat and just try to push off.
You know, Caloocan, they look tired and weary. Oh, that's John Galinato. And rebounded by Ronnie Matias. 14-point lead. It's largest in the game. Joshua Flores. Inside we go. Nice 2 points for Joshua Flores. Cutting down the lead to 12.
Flores that time seeing that mismatch against Sabandal demanded the basketball in the post.
Sabandal. Shot clock 10 seconds. Marquez. That's a travel on Dex Marquez. 15 seconds. This could be the last possession of the third.
This is going to be important for Caloocan. A basket here. Most especially if it's going to be a 3. Will get this crowd back on their feet and hopefully springboard as momentum going to the fourth.
You know, the crowd, they're a little bit stunned here. This is the 7th game of the Caloocan Supremos here at home. Lost to the Abono Reapers 2 weeks ago. Manday not able to take the three-pointer. And we'll be right back. Fourth quarter is coming up. The Kings 52, the Supremos 40.
Sports Complex. Again, hope everybody is having a good time. And now we proceed to our daily fantasy in-game trivia question. Good sir, ano pong pangalan nyo?
Gab.
Alright, Brother Gab. Ito yung tanong ko for you. Sinong player mula sa Caloocan Supremos ang dating naglaro para sa ating 3x3 National Basketball Men's Team?
Manday.
Full name, baka naman marami kasing Manday sa mundo eh. Baka sinong Manday?
Jeffrey Manday.
Siyempre, it's no other than Jeffrey Manday. This time the Spitfire guard for the 5v5 setup here in the Philippines Super League. And dahil dyan, Brother Gab, you'll be receiving Daily Fantasy merch. Again, thank you very much to Daily Fantasy. Dito, hawak mo ang laro. That's it for now. The Philippines Super League will be back for more action.
Hi PSL fans, this is Irben Palencia of Caloocan Supremos. Sali na sa Daily Fantasy and Fantasy Sport ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball players at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito, sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now, playdailyfantasy.com.
We are looking at the crowd inside the Caloocan Sports Complex, the Orange Country. Game 1 of the best of 3 PSL Final Series. And the home team are down here by 12 points to start the fourth quarter, 52-40. And their usual scorers, like Jeff Manday, Cabanag, are very quiet here in the game, Noy.
So even if Jeff Manday already with great points in the game, you feel like it's not enough for Caloocan, and especially for this home crowd, as you saw earlier, they're all sitting down. That's the big problem for Caloocan. They need to involve the crowd right now and hopefully get their sixth man going. As you can see, 18 assists so far for San Juan, 11 for Caloocan.
And the struggle continues for the Caloocan Supremos, shooting only 33% from the field, 15 of 45. 14 remaining on the shot clock. Someone down for 3. Agovida getting the offensive rebound and the 2 points.
Keith Agovida with his first 2 points. You know, this guy is a born scorer. Once scored 82 points in high school.
Monsubre with no room to breathe. Picked up by Joshua Flores. Chris not able to take it. Marquez with the quick hands. Samandal step out of bounds.
That's why you don't want your big man bringing that ball down.
I saw Senator Coach Jingo Estrada signaling to Dix Marquez, i-lay up mo na. Oo nga naman, oh.
He only had Irvin Palencia in front of him, and Bonsubre was trailing the play.
Back to its largest lead at 14 points. Flores again missing. They've been the Supremos. They've been trailing here since the 4-2 mark, or the 4-2 score in the first quarter. And they led by 2 points. Zach Wang is fouled inside.
I expect the physicality to increase, especially here in the fourth quarter. It's both teams now gearing towards trying to get this game 1 victory. Very important. Get 1 foot in. Get 1 hand on that trophy.
San Juan Kings outscoring the Caloocan Supremos 16-13 here in the third period. Back in the third period. 14-point lead, back to its largest. AC is in the game. Rainiel for 3. Yes! And a big three-pointer from Rainiel Hugnatan.
That's a great decision for AC Soberano. Caloocan forced him to put the ball on the floor, found the wide open Rainiel Hugnatan for that corner 3.
57-40, largest lead of the San Juan Kings. Chris was forced to take it because of their clock winding down.
Oh,
offensive foul called on against Agovida.
Totally unnecessary right there for Agovida. I mean, he wanted to set the screen, but the arms were just
Yeah, he was
too way
moving.
high.
He was moving. Joshua Flores is shaking up a little bit. $17-point lead for the Kings.
So far, 13 offensive rebounds for San Juan, 6 for Caloocan.
We go to Joshua and still cannot connect from the three-point territory. The Caloocan Supremos 4 out of 20 from the three-point land. Chris trying to steal it, and he committed a foul.
There was really no need for Biton to try and reach in. He has already had Galinato hemmed in.
And Chris Biton, 7 points here in the game.
He does have 7 points, but you don't feel like he's within the flow. Or, you know, it doesn't feel like he's running the offense right now for Caloocan.
Chris Biton is number 1 in steals. Wamar is number 1 in assists. Agovida back out. AC with a fake. Inside pass is broken up, but they will call it a kickball violation. The buzzer sounded.
So if it's a kickball, they're going to have to reset the shot clock.
If it's kickball.
That's right.
So reset to 14. The kickball happened before the time expired.
So another opportunity here for San Juan, currently up by 17.
As we mentioned earlier. Oh, so they changed the call. It's the 4th review of the game. And they changed the call to Caloocan basketball.
Jeramer Cabanag back on the floor for Caloocan. Could be the spark that they're gonna need.
Chris for 3. Still can't get it.
Look at Zach Wang skying for that rebound.
You know, the Supremos during the semis, they shot 27% from the three-point territory. That's pretty low compared to the 37 of the San Juan Kings back in the semis. Inside, ball deflected out. Manday with the quick hands. Shot clock at 6.
And the great recognition by Manday, knowing that AC Soberano has been spotting up in that corner.
5-0 here in the 4th quarter. Well, the San Juan Kings, they're up by 17 points. This timeout is brought to you by Dumper Party List. All right, the San Juan Kings up by 17 points here in the 4th quarter. And still the Caloocan Supremos not showing any signs of urgency, not showing any signs of life.
And already about 3.5 minutes have gone by in the 4th quarter, and they're still scoreless. You would be expecting a lot more fight from this Caloocan Supremos playing in front of their home crowd.
Rainier Lugnatan. It turned out to be a good timeout for Alex Angeles.
No one there to pick up Rainier Lugnatan. He has made a living, a career out of that mid-range jumper. No one there to stop him from Caloocan.
That was the first 2 points for Papa Ray here in the 4th quarter. 59-40 is our score. Loose ball. But we have a foul. Oh,
I saw something coming from Jeff Manday.
well, Orlan Omar is the beneficiary of the big hits here. He was hit earlier.
Well, I really hope I didn't see what I thought I saw coming from Jeff Manday. The referees will be reviewing this again.
For the 5th time here in the game, here in game number 1. We'll have a review.
See right there on that loose ball scramble. A swipe.
It's pretty obvious. This will be an easy call for the referee. Kamana hit him earlier in the first half.
Yeah, although luckily for Manday, it was not a closed fist. If it was a closed fist,
It was an open palm.
was an open palm. There you go. Although I don't think, it could still at the minimum be an unsportsmanlike or a technical foul on Manday, as the whistle pretty much deemed that play dead. Well, these two know each other, Bonsubre and AC Soberano.
Foul on number 14, the Arena. That's his second. 2 on San Juan Kings. Technical foul on number 13, Jeff Manday for second motion.
A technical foul on Jeff Manday for second motion.
You can see how big of a difference is trying to swipe at someone with a closed fist and an open palm.
Orlan Omar hearing it from the crowd. He misses the technical free throw. Both teams not yet in the penalty, so the Caloocan Supremos will maintain possession. A 19-point lead for the San Juan Kings. Chris. Oh, what a move by Chris Buton.
Hopefully not too late for Chris Buton to try and carry the scoring load for Caloocan. He now has 9 in the game.
Zach Wang, Papare with 5 points here. There's the kick out, outside to Omar. He gets by Matias for 3, got it!
Well, I think he's just trying to make up for that missed technical free throw earlier.
Cabanag is yet to score here in the game. And they turn the ball over again. Michael getting closer to the rim. And the crowd is stunned here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. Their team down by 14 points. Michael with a fake against 2 white shirts. And he will score. Back in a moment. Let's take a look at this 3. Orlan Omar with his 4th triple here in game number 1. As I mentioned during the pregame, he can't dominate this league without even scoring. Look at him right now. Orlan Omar with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Well, he has definitely dominated this game in every facet of the game. 7 rebounds from a guard, 8 assists. That's pedestrian for Orlan Omar, but those 15 points very much needed for the San Juan Kings. Pretty much jump-started the offense for San Juan in this game.
He's been fouled hard so many times here in the game. And he is still there.
And he has kept his cool.
Cabanag scoreless here. And Gabi Espinas is fouled by Ray Hugnatan. It's in the act.
Number 16, Zach Wong. That's his third personal foul.
Well, you can go back 15 years and that's a legitimate matchup in the post.
2 free throws for Gabi Espinas.
And going back to Orlan Wamar, it's not like he's resting on defense. He has always had the difficult assignment also on the defensive end, having to guard Chris Bito on Jeff Manday. And despite of all that, he still manages to be on a triple-double watch with 15, 7, and 8.
And the Caloocan Supremos shooting just 60% from the free throw line. Wamar. Cabanag guarding Zach Wong. He gives it, but taken away by Jeff Manday. And Jeff Manday with 12 points here in the game to lead all scorers.
And after that, the 5 steals for Jeff Manday. He's really been trying to do everything else because those shots from the outside have not really been falling for him.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Chris Biton will throw it in for the Caloocan Supremos. Jeff with 12 points. Cabanag for 3. Yes!
Finally able to get one up before this time. Too late trailing in on that play.
Some of the crowd are going out. Some of them are back. Cabanag for 3. And that will be his first field goal here in game number 1. Well, the Caloocan Supremos showing some signs of life here, scoring back-to-back field goals. 4:05 to go, 64-48. And earlier, Cabanag scored a three-pointer, his first three-point shot here in game number 1. Alforque back in the game, and he crossed the timeline. Intercepted by Cabanag. He will go all the way for the layup. 5 points straight for Jeremy Cabanag to cut down the lead to 14 points.
Cabanag waking up, and at the same time waking up this Caloocan crowd. Lead down to 14.
And as I mentioned earlier, the crowd, some of them went out and some are back. Shot clock at 5. Now it's 4. Inside to Michael. And he draws the foul inside. And the Supremos, they are in the penalty already.
Right there, Cabanag with the steal and the layup. 5 quick points for Jeremy Cabanag.
Michael Calisan, it is his birthday today. He is from Pampanga. he forgoes his last season when he was with San Sebastian and played professionally last year. 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. His numbers tonight.
He misses both free throws.
Chris Romel is free. Oh! And listen to the crowd. They are alive again here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex.
That's why you never give up in basketball. You're in your home court. Just get the crowd back into it.
Kalahat scoring there. For the Supremos. Wamar is guarded by Janomir Cabanag. Shot clock at 10. Talisan providing the screen. Wamar. Here is Arvin. Inside to Michael. Oh! Nice shot. Michael Calisan, he was able to absorb the contact. Good concentration there.
I didn't even think Gamboa had enough time to make that drop pass just in time.
Manday. Inside we go. A little too late for Romel Calat to recognize the mismatch inside. You know, Gabi Espinas was asking for the ball because his defender was John Galinato.
Oh, it's a mismatch. Height-wise, experience-wise. That's why Gabi Espinas going to the free throw line for 2, trying to cut his lead down to 11.
And Gabi Espinas at the line, a very important free throw for him. He's not been shooting well at the line here in game number 1. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. He gets it back. 4-point play underway. Michael is fouled by Chris Biton. And that means 2 free throws for Chris.
One very lucky to dodge a bullet there. That's a mortal sin, allowing the free throw shooter to get his own miss.
And Jeff Manday had an open look. It's been one of those nights when you are off. You know, have you seen the series Port of Gold?
Well, I'm gonna have to watch that
on Netflix.
I'm gonna have to watch that. It seems like you have
it's the journey of the U.S. national team during the 2024 Olympics. Serbia, Canada, and the USA. You always have that one night. You always have that one-off night that is lingering. Chris with a change of pace. He drops it to Gabi. Manday for 3. Oh!
Never over when you have Jeff Manday on your team. Almost a steal.
Manday for 3. Short. Air ball. Blocked by Arvin Gamboa.
Cabanag still on the floor for Caloocan.
This is 5 versus 4. Oh! Can they call that?
I think they're calling a foul on that play.
Oh yes, because di pwede kasi bola ng San Juan eh. Okay, there was a foul call.
Unfortunately for Caloocan, they are already in the penalty, so it's going to mean free throws for Orlan Omar.
And the Kings, they're shooting 7 out of 13 from the free throw line here in game number 1. Wamar, this is his first trip to the free throw line. Well, he had one earlier. It was a technical free throw,
which he missed.
Wamar is hearing it from the Caloocan crowd and goes 2 out of 2. Ice water in his veins.
Apparently he has earplugs, not hearing the jeers of the Caloocan crowd.
Chris going left and right. Nice move by Chris.
What I'm wondering actually is why Chris Biton has really not been very aggressive on offense. Right from the get-go, in the first half, he only played 6 minutes. How do you guard him when he spinning and
that
dicing
was the
inside?
first. That was the first time that he attacked the basket, and he stayed too long on the bench. And he completes the three-point play. So Chris Biton now in double figures. He has 10 points. 3 players in double figures for the Caloocan Supremos. Manday top scoring with 15. Joshua Flores with 10. Chris with 10 also. Mike Kess. Well, that's a foul on Jeremy Cabanag. And there was no receiver that time. That's why Dex Marquez was in trouble.
And for Caloocan, you already burned
And it
5
turned out to be
seconds.
a bad foul committed by Jeremy Cabanag because they're in the penalty.
That's right, and they already burned 5 seconds. And San Juan only had 3 seconds to cross.
That's why when you look at the scoreboard, he shakes his head after that because they're in the penalty. They've been in the penalty since the 4-minute mark on the fourth quarter.
Someone has taken advantage of it.
Marquez going 2 out of 2. The free throw line timeout is brought to us by Dumper Party List. Jeff Manday, 15 points here in the game. He averaged 15.3 points per game. Also, here in the PSL President's Cup, Jeremy Cabanag averaged 11 points a game. He has 5 points here in game number 1. Chris Biton averaged 10 points. And he has 12 points here in game number 1.
Well, even if you see Biton and Manday actually meeting their averages, you feel like it has not been enough for Caloocan. They need so much more. Well, if it's any indication, this, especially on the latter half of this fourth quarter, Caloocan has really just been trying to compete here. And this could be a springboard for them to use in game 2, especially if they end up losing game 1.
Chris for 3. Manday back out to Chris. Now he will drive. He kicks it out. Romel Calahat. Bang!
And this is the shot that San Juan is giving to Caloocan. Romel Calahat, they're gambling on letting him take those shots from the outside.
Well, they did burn a lot of time there. Romel is free. That is his second triple of the game. 72-63. Timeout is brought to you by Dumper Party List. Back here inside the Caloocan Supremos. 9-point lead for the San Juan Kings. Biggest lead was at 20 points. A minute 3 to go here in game number 1. By the way, game 2 will be on Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Philoy Licor Center, the home of the San Juan Kings. They are undefeated there this season. The Kings not rushing things up here. And a bad pass by Orlan Wamar. Cabanag decided to go strong to the hole. And it's a 7-point game.
Good decision that time for Cabanag, holding on to the basketball.
72-65. They tried to double up on Michael Calisan. Panday guarding Wamar. Galinato not. He will not take the 3. Shot clock at 4. Galinato creating space for 2. And Gabi Espinas getting the rebound. Here is Janamir. And he sprays it to Romel Calahat. Chris for 3. Bam! To 68. Well, naubusan lang talaga ng oras ang Caloocan, Noy.
Well, if you're San Juan, they're gonna escape with a game 1 victory, but it's not gonna feel like a win because you allowed Caloocan to get some life late in the game. And if you're Caloocan, even if you ended up losing game 1, you still do have home court advantage, be able to steal one against San Juan. You go back home here to Caloocan and play a game 3.
And now we go to this play. Michael Calisan, our play of the game. And Michael Calisan with 20 points to lead all scorers.
He has just been effective.
The birthday boy.
Yeah, right from the get-go. Really just very effective. Michael Calasan finishing with 20 points and 8 rebounds.
And our best player of the game is Orlan Wamar with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Final score 72-68. So the San Juan Kings winning for the first time here in Caloocan, taking game number 1. To lead the series.
What a time to get their first win here in Caloocan, a game 1 victory. And Orlan Wamar really making sure that he is at the forefront of this San Juan attack. Almost a triple-double, 17.7 rebounds and 8 assists. And also taking on the defensive cudgels on the top perimeter players of Caloocan.
All right, Daniel Aguardia is with our best player of the game, Orlan Wamar. Daniel.
Thank you so much, Sandy and Coach Noy. So, Orlan Wamar, you performed exceptionally well. How did you manage to shake off the Supremos, lalo na home court nila, and they even tried to bounce back in such a crucial time, such as the 4th quarter?
Credit dun sa coaching staff namin kasi 2 days ni-ready kami. Yun nga, sabi ko, mentally, physically, spiritually. So, nag-focus lang ako sa game ko. Gladly, nakapag-deliver ako. Nakuha namin yung game 1, which is yung pinaka-importante sa series.
So of course, you experienced a lot, especially when it comes to the defense of the Supremos. Natamaan ka, lahat nangyari na sa'yo. So how did you push through the pain and really fight until the end to get this game 1?
Yun lang, gusto ko lang manalo. Gusto ko lang kunin yung series. Gusto ko lang din makapag-champion. So ang ginawa ko, in-endure ko lahat ng pain. Thank you Lord sa panalo.
Well, we really saw how you really fought through the pain. Of course, marami tayong fans that went here to the Caloocan Sports Complex and even watching you online. Meron ka bang gustong batiin or pasalamatan?
Nagpapasalamat ako kina Kong Oka pala kasi sa pagtanggap dito sa mga taga Caloocan, sa pagsuporta sa liga. Pinapasalamatan ko yung number 1 supporter namin, si Senator Jingo Estrada. Laging nandito, Boss Jeremy Go, Boss James Go, Boss Monching Talisayan, Fin Inclo, Go for Gold Philippines, Scratch It Card, JSU Amusup, Armor on Philippines, BFF party list. Yung binabati ko yung parents ko sa Bohol ngayon, mama, papa, kapatid ko. Dinidedicate ko itong laro to sa lolo ko na sumalangit na. Yung mga, yung girlfriend ko nanonood ngayon, wala sawa. Shoutout kay Tita Mariel na nagluto ng sinampalukan na sobrang sarap sa lunch. Coach Tito, si Pierre, Lolo Boy, si Lola Bilen, Coach Julius, si Boss Lem, si Beige, sino pa to? Si Mark, Coach Julius, yun lang siguro. Yun.
Mukhang ginanahan ka nga talaga sa sinampalukan na yun. So once again, congratulations, Orlan Womar, for that exceptional performance, and of course to the San Juan Kings for bagging Game 1.
Binabati ko pala si Mike, happy birthday. Kalisaan.
Oh, di ba?
Thank you so much. And again, happy birthday, Mike Calisaan. Well, there you have it, Sandy and Coach Noy.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel Aguardia. And Noy Africa, I'll see you on Saturday at the Phil Oil Eagle Center in San Juan. And the Kings will host the Supremos for game number 2. Thank you, Daniel Aguardia and Noy Africa. My name is Sandy Grumo from Caloocan. Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Thank you for watching the PSL President's Cup 2025.